Okay. Time for a league match with hdarj, who I haven't played against a million times, but has been pretty strong. I don't think I did very well some time ago. Draw outside of Farrier seems a little bit problemy. Transmogrify seems pretty good. Replace seems really good. 2-card Farrier still maybe doesn't hit, so let's try Transmogrify Farrier. Certain loots would be pretty good. I guess Groundskeeper is going to be important. Goes for Maroon. We didn't find the card. Do that. I mean, we didn't find, yeah, we didn't find 5. There's 5. I think who replaces the terminal. Though, I guess a junk dealer also looks pretty good. I think probably just farriering here feels better than anything else. Make sure to play my replace and stuff. Get the try to get the Transmogrify down again. hdarj has trashed 3 estates already. That's pretty good. I have trashed 1 estate and got a silver for my troubles. And he's got a junk dealer, which makes total sense. Fortunately, maybe they drew it dead. That'd be cool. Looks like yes. I guess they're going to replace the maroon. Transmogrify, I guess. I really just want to do that. I don't know if this is right. Prosper will be definitely good, I would think. Obviously, a junk dealer is good to get. I'm just going to keep doing this. Okay, we found the estate, which is cool. We did not find silver, which could have been double done up to a junk dealer. However, we don't need to call these transmogrifies, but gets a gold. Okay, he takes care of the farriers. I'm pretty sure I want this silver. So this is 5. There's another silver. That'll be 7. And some copper. I mean, we definitely are going to... If we killed this replace, we would definitely hit 10. If that was something we wanted to do. I honestly think I want a junk dealer. Like, what is there in here? Just money. It's a lot of gold. Now we need more junk dealers. I still need the replace. I suppose I could have done all that and kept the replace. Transmogrify on loot is good. He's thin and I'm thick. I'm full of copper. I have 6 coppers. He probably has 3 coppers. Okay, neither one of us got some incredible loot. This is a clear junk dealer. This is probably another junk dealer here. Goes for some groundskeepers. I don't feel too optimistic about this game. I just think I need to thin as ASAP as possible. I suppose I will take her place in a groundskeeper. Not prosper. He's pretty clean. Okay, and now I think our decks are similar-ish. I have more gold and because of the doubloons. We both have 1 transmogrifier. This junk dealer is going to become a groundskeeper. It's a real inspiring story. Do I think that he could somehow pile out if I just bought that groundskeeper? What do I think? I think it seems unlikely. Stonemason something into stonemasons by do a replace, say, it might not be safe. Still have these 2 coppers that I don't love. Well, yeah, I mean, you needed to use a gain to get this groundskeeper. This doesn't look good. Those 4 cards are probably pretty bad. Well, nothing feels great here. Well, that is a game. Cheap pirate, huh? Pretty tough to build a good deck here. I think that it should be something that looks kind of like Witch Money. Not that you would ignore Plaza, but This a little bit annoying, of course. Could have gotten a witch somehow, but didn't. I'm wondering about a silver mine. But I'm going to get a gold. I think I need to get another witch. I hope this works. Surely we draw a coin here, right? Nope. Why would we? Now do I get a silver mine? I think maybe the answer is yes. God dang it. This would be duchy, I guess. Although maybe it's not. I don't know. I don't feel great about anything. I'll take this victory point knight. Nice. Love it. This is 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I think that's the one. Another 7. I'm going to get a gold. Would have been nice to draw those 2 silvers. I mean, the engine, you want the engine to win. You want it. It's what you want to happen. I think we're still going silver here. All right, this is another 8. I guess I top deck a silver mine. Okay. And it could start taking duchies, but he could trash the duchies. I could have top decked a pirate and then played that sort of long game. Probably I need to just take a duchy here. Okay, well, we still have a pirate. Don't like to see that. Don't like to see that. I think we just lower duchy. Even if they get trashed, these duchies are taking away points that he could potentially get. Okay, well, this is 8. All right. I did it. I played money. Kintsugi and enhance. Interesting. Probably priest. I really wish I hit 5. The next hand is 5 coppers, though. So that's nice. don't see something better to do than that. So are we going to get... How do we do this? Are we going to try to get... Yeah, we're definitely going to get that. I think we're going to get an Overlord or just an Herb Gatherer. That's a lot of terminals, isn't it? It is the only plus buy. Do I need to keep competing on these things, or can I take this attacky thing? Guess I need to keep taking these things. Yeah, it's certainly not bad to be grabbing up the old This is crazy. Grabbing up the old platinum. I still have a lot of copper. Here I've just given him the first chance to curse me. This is all bad, right? Everything I'm doing is bad, right? I don't like this board. I wanted so bad for this board for it to be a good idea to like click on interesting cards on this board. But I don't think it was. Oh, I don't have to rotate. The copper is there. Another Dennison is there. Yeah, hell yeah. I badly need that gold, of course. But let's try to get some cursing done. Actually, maybe we need a priest, which could be in the form of an overlord. Of course, he gets to get Sybils here. Like, I did all this stuff and I didn't give myself an advantage or anything. And I was so lucky to give the 2 curses there. Somewhat lucky anyway. I mean, like, I knew there was 1 copper and 1 Den of Sin. I think there were 2 coppers and 1 Den of Sin. That's what it actually was. So I guess I got a 2/3 and then I got a 50-50. Okay, where are these cards? What are those cards? One of them is a curse. The one that's still there is a curse. Copper on top. Curse on bottom. Copper. Curse. I really wish I was the one that had a gold. It's nice to have money, you know. Okay, it has to play the Sorceress blind. Sybil 1/4. Ooh, okay, well. It's also really good that you didn't draw your Sybil. I mean, I guess it's... Especially if, like, you also didn't draw one of your dens. Yeah. Oh, no. Did draw them all. Okay. Well, this is fine, I guess. I guess I need a gold. Probably he should manage to give me both. Yeah, curses here. So that means we split the curses, I guess. Why does that... Oh, well, I think we split the curses or something like it. He can afford platinum there, which is great news. Okay. We missed a den. We have to get a platinum, right? Oh, I guess I could have taken a Sybil. He's got 2 Sybils. You can get a 3rd Sybil here. Does let me rotate away from the +5, but I don't think that's going to matter, probably. Oh, just takes a colony. Okay. I mean... we could try to find the gold. I really want to buy this Sybil. Don't find it. I'm not happy. I guess I'll just buy a rabble. I think it's really bad. That was, if I had hit 6 there, if I had drawn one of these treasures, then I buy the Sybil. We both have 2 Sybils. Okay, I'm still behind. There was just no reason why I should have ever got the Herb Gatherer, I guess. So we can have what? 6 plus 8. Is it so great to... No, the best thing I can do is trash card. We just hope for really lucky luck. Which doesn't seem likely. Top deck. It just doesn't matter because we have to play the thing and buy a colony. It'd be really cool if having this extra buy could potentially get me something. But it definitely doesn't seem like it will. $40 seems like a hard number to get past. Because what? I take a colony here and he's still... takes whatever. I guess I don't know why I bought that instead of a province. How depressing. Well, I get to open Silk. On turn 1. That has to be probably good. Probably. Oh, this board. Ugh. You can use transport to get around the thing. Presumably clerk is good. Swamp Hag is surely is good. Very annoying sequence of turns as player 2 here. Imperial Envoy is kind of interesting. I think I want to Swamp Hag. Six would be a really nice number. I think I want another Swamp Hag. Wait. Do we just want to buy an aristocrat here? Probably yes. Maybe we're not going to get clerked because you'd rather save your villager. Well, that's good if you don't clerk me. obviously transport gets around Swamp Hag pretty well if your deck works. When your deck's not working very well, it's probably going to be fairly often that you'd like to buy a card. And if you're having to transport all the time instead of buy cards, like, surely that's slowing you down. Okay, well, you really... I want an aristocrat, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going to take another Wishing Well first. It's not like I'm going to get any benefit from that aristocrat on this shuffle. Like, I'm hoping get that Silk Merchant, it doesn't even give you anything. You know what I mean? I guess it would be really nice if I found my Silk Merchant. This doesn't matter. We're probably going to burn the villager here if we find the other Swamp Hag. Like, Silk Merchant is a really bad card if you don't get the village. I mean, okay, yeah, you can trap. It's trash food for Grave Robber. But I can also get a Grave Robber. I feel okay about this position at this point. Clerk, obviously so annoying. Villager is really valuable, but I'd really like to put the Swamp Hag down. Oh. Let's grab these cards and another Silk. Gonna guess copper, I guess. Perhaps I will take my own Grave Robber so that I can potentially snatch up Silk Merchants out of the trash. So you can use your coffer and top deck a 5 if you want. Sounds pretty good, I guess. This feels like a no. This shuffle a little bit sucks. the Silk Merchant in the trash for me? Huh? Maybe. I do believe the attacks main, you want to build here, even though it's really annoying. I think I might be the one with 3 wishing wells, which feels good. Or maybe I just have 2. Really valuing the clerk play. I don't blame you so much for that. I guess we're going to draw here. How bad is this? Maybe we just leave this. Those are some pretty useful cards to keep in the shuffle. I'm low on these Imperial Envoys, that's for sure. There it is right on top, though. He has way more Imperial Envoys than me. That's for sure. This is a deck that looks sort of like it's working. Trashes another Silk Merchant. I guess we're going to 3-pile. Do I even have a Silk Merchant? Definitely have a clerk. It wouldn't help me that much to get it, though. Aristocrat. I have a lot of aristocrats, apparently. I don't know about all this. That's pretty cool to start your turn that way. Have enough villagers to do that. I suppose you don't ever really have to buy anything and take curses. But it feels kind of nice to do stuff like buy province. It's a lot of coffers. Nice not getting clerked myself. There's like a 1 copper. I think one of those cards is a Silk Merchant. Nailed it. Definitely a grave robber and a lot of copper. Damn it! Oh! I guess the copper didn't even really help me that much if I found it right. That sucks. That would have made my turn so much better. Armaguard. I got an envoy coming. Grave robber. Let's definitely buy that. I could banquet for the last one. And then just try to drain the piles before. Banquet seems really bad though. Ugh. I could have just stolen it. With transport. Now, a couple of those cards are Silk Merchants, several Wishing Wells, copper, 3 estates. Holla! 2 estates, 2 coppers, a couple Silk Merchants. Definitely want province. Probably transport this guy. Cool. Unfortunately, no swamp hag down. Okay, you got a province. Shuffled. Okay. I don't see any way that I'm like piling out. Man, it would be really nice to have found an aristocrat to play a bunch of these. Attacks. It's not a good chance of finding one. It's a pretty good chance of finding one next turn, though. Oh! I know that was a weird move. Okay. Well, now still a lot of copper. That was, there's still several coppers in here. There's still 2 coppers. There's a grave robber in there. If I grave robber into the Imperial Envoy and then somehow get another buy. I think it's a grave robber in there. Yep. So what would be really useful here? Another silk merchant. Not what we find, though. I think it's pretty hard for him to do much. He could definitely do some by playing aristocrat, drawing cards, so on. The question is whether I lower these aristocrats to try to just win. My next turn is looking really shitty, though. I think we probably just top deck this thing. Yeah, he has a lot of coffers. My main concern was that he'd be able to get a province here, just like that. And like maybe also like an estate, say, and then I wouldn't be able to empty the last two aristocrats this turn, which seems kind of likely. Maybe he can even like double here. Oh, gets a duchy. I mean, yeah, let's go for something. Look at all these awful. Oh, I should have wished for wishing well, actually. Well, I have a lot of copper. It's not like any of this looks good. Okay, well, that's pretty good. Is there a way that we get to 9 and 3 buys? I think no. No, no, no. This turn probably looks like putting down swamp hags. Maybe just the one, honestly. It's a lot of debt. But he can maybe... I mean, he's killed one Imperial envoy, 2 of them? And he has 2 in play? Winning just looks like, if you still even have a Silk Merchant, trashing it to Aristocrat, and then if you still have 6. Or if you have... Okay, gets a province. Still sitting on some debt. I don't even know. Oh, they're wishing well. I think it has to be a duchy. Hopefully this is a really bad turn. It's not as bad as it could have been already. right. I mean, we really gotta keep going. Still 3 coppers. Several silk merchants as well. All right, copper. Just a 1 copper. A couple provinces. Let's try silk merchant. We have to buy a province. Right. How likely is he to even be able to gain a province? He does not have a grave robber in hand. He does not have a clerk in the deck. Because I'm sitting here looking at, can I double? I mean, I think the answer is I don't have anywhere near enough money. Killing the silk merchant gives me a money. So just like the 1 debt. I really want to have the villager. I think I'm going to have an aristocrat in my hand. I don't know if there's any draw. I can either get a province or I can put down the swamp hag. Getting a province feels unfortunately better. So now we could get a duchy, which unfortunately feels necessary. But now everything sucks. Probably. Gets a duchy. Hopefully this clerk hurts. Bloop. Bloop. Copper. Copper. Well, now what? What are we trying? I mean, we have to get a province, right? There's nothing. I could put down Swamp Hag and buy an estate. Or I can just take a province. Like, how are you getting a province? You're getting a province by just grave robbering something. Okay. We wish we did not have this grave robber in our hand right now. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, this isn't good. I guess Duchy gives him a win on a Duchy estate. Which we just have no idea where his cards are. But Duchy estate is pretty easy to do. You just trash something with grave robber to get a Duchy and buy an estate. On the other hand, he doesn't know that I don't have my grave robber coming up, for whatever that's worth. I think I need to play this. I think I can't buy Duchy, and then playing this, you know, it cycles me a little bit. I can get 2 estates. Doesn't look very good, but shouldn't we have a aristocrat down here? Oh, he just, okay. Well, certainly I still would have lost if I'd taken a Duchy there. Obviously not very pleasant. Inspiring Ranger is inspiring, I'll tell you that. Tide pools look good if you are playing Ronin. Clerk. You probably are doing the Ronin tide pools still. I could just open with a 5 here. Kind of sounds good, although I'm not sure if it's a sculptor or what. It's kind of annoying that I basically just wasted 2 of my favors to get a 2/5. I think it's Ronin. I do want Sculptor. I don't know. This is a tough board. Sculptor, money-ish. Maybe it should have been the Sculptor first. Sheepdog, yeah. I want to draw the Sculptor. I'm glad I'm not the only one with Ronin. I didn't find the Sculptor, that sucks. Yeah, Inspiring Ranger. Just take another Inspiring Ranger, I guess. I don't know. I thought I was gonna play that Ronin, but then I decided not to. I guess we're going to use this villager. This is so sketchy. This Ronin is probably really bad. Boy, I sure am going to lose this league match hard. Ronin is feeling extra bad at this moment. And we both have one, but I had one first. Sculptor was the better open, I think. You can bank a villager here and there. Super valuable, should be. And a gold, okay. But see, we don't have any villager. That's the problem. You gotta have a villager or this isn't even helpful, this typos thing. Everything sucks. I just really don't want to play this bad card. This bad card. And look at me with no horses now. Maybe I'll try some of these. That seems like a probably good idea. Oh, wait. No. Seems like probably not a good idea. What good could come of this? Now we can do the thing. The Ronin seems so incredibly bad that not opening it seems like it could have been a winning move. We have to get a villager and like stop there. I really wanted to find my other ranger, I think. It's been double province. Do we want to save one of these cards? Probably not. Maybe yes. Deep sigh. Even if he could not double, this is probably not going to be good. You know what I just noticed? Bandit Fort. Just now. Just now noticed it was there. One, two, three, four, five, six. Oh, no villager. Bunch of horses. I've got a villager. All right, I could do that. Should be pretty good to get a province. Lose-ity, lose, lose, lose. What is this? This is gross. Inspiring First Mate is great. Very annoying that you're allowed to have 5-2 when Alms is around. Trading Post also kind of, well. How do we do this? Well, obviously that's one of the cards we have to get. Yeah, don't like that. What about rats? Probably bad. I think I have to just get a stupid silver. Ugh. Don't like any of this. Great. That should still be 2, 4, 6. Yeah, it's still going to be 5. Yeah, this sucks. Not good. A lot of kind of icky boards. I guess it's part of the fun of Dominion is to try to do. I mean, obviously he played really well on all these icky, gross boards that I didn't like. My win came from playing big money. Maybe I can get 2 estates here? Okay. We're going to need Conspirator more than other things, I guess. Right. Suppose if we want to go, we're just flat out behind. If we want to go for consistency, we better get this first mate, I guess. It didn't work. But well, what else did we want out of this turn? It would be nice if we had 9, but we have 7. Guess it just needs to be a conspirator. I guess I first mate. Does that increase my draw? Well, yeah. It's kind of important to do it that way. This is still like really uninspiring, right? No pun intended. These decks. You have to, okay. Yeah, that's the thing. Sure. I don't think we will. I think we have to keep building up the conspirators, though. We were hoping to trash. Okay, that's good. I guess I don't get rid of the silver this turn. This is strangely going okay. Though right now I have to decide between trashing the coppers, trying to trash the coppers, and keeping the taskmaster down. And I think I'm gonna go for... Well, it's also like... let's just eat the coppers, I guess. I guess that could have been a conspirator. Okay, so now I don't actually know whether what I do. This is a bunch of copper down here. 2 coppers and something. Conspirator or something. We can't trash the coppers, which is annoying. Looking at this, by the way, if I had played the Sentinel, I would have not seen either of those coppers and just done a little rage. So I guess we made the right choice. Yeah. This isn't ideal. If we can trash those 2 coppers here, that will help. We can't. I assume we should trash the silver, though. No, actually, let's just not. Oh, I just can't count. So we didn't really want to draw that thing. I could take a duchy. Let's try a duchy. Too bad Duke's not around. I guess I first mate. Or I could just buy a duchy. He's over here just hitting 8. Because you know what he was able to do? Trash all his cards. The point of that was that if I can't trash these coppers, I'm super losing, I think. And that was just about to trigger a shuffle that seemed like, I don't know, maybe it would have been a good one. I don't know anything. I'm just really unhappy about the early game. I feel like I probably never had a chance. I don't know whether I should have just been buying provinces here when I could. That's annoying, the bard doing something useful for you. Very rude. Where did this guide come from? Did you get an earth gift? Or just buy a guide at some point? Well, you know. What are we supposed to do? Get our own bard? How about a priest? I guess I could have had a priest. Yeah, well, that was an infuriating game. Not a fun match for me today. Not a good way to start my season. I trashed a copper. Nothing matters. I trashed another one. Guide, obviously very useful. I am guessing that 2 provinces right now, just if I were to just magically have 2 provinces, that would still not be enough points. I can't make use of this priest, right? Can't really make use of any of this, I think. The bard is not going to give me a gain. Maybe we want this. Well, that's a good boon. All right. Well, that was fun. Thanks for watching.